All right, go.
You start.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, verse 23 again. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might.
It says not let the wise man glory in his wisdom. That's a sign of pride, man. Just like the scripture says, if a man know of anything, he know of nothing but what he ought to know. All right, keep going.
Let not the rich man glory in his riches.
Let not the rich man glory in his riches. Why? Because all these things can be taken away at any time. All right? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh shall provide you with this knowledge and wisdom, or he also can take it away. All right, keep going.
But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understand and know of me. That I am the Lord, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord.
And with that being said, I'm going to just have this to back it up. All right, this is Sirach chapter 6, and I'm going to start at verse 20. It says, she is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. And who is that her referring to? Wisdom, man. All right. She will lie upon him as the mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from her ear it belong. Man. So this wisdom's gonna get on top of you, man. Put that pressure. It's gonna apply that pressure. And if you can't take that pressure, man, all right, you go push it to the side. Why? Because you can't stand up and own up to be a man and stand for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So you're gonna push all that occupation obligation that's dedicated to you to the side, man. All right. It says, for wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifesting to many. Man, wisdom is not even manifesting to many. Why? Because it'll show itself, but once you see that you're not willing to take hold to it, all right, wisdom is gone. She's gone, man. All right, just like a female. If you're not paying attention to her, she out of there. All right, so if you ain't paying attention, give Sophia that attention that she needs, she out of there, man.
All right, going back to the topic of being humble. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greater in the kingdom of heaven.
So if you humble yourself as one of the little ones, man, as like a child, because a child can be teachable, man. You can teach a child anything. Their ears are open to listen. That's how you have to be in this truth, man. You have to remain as that babe, remain as that child, man. You know, just like the scripture we just previously read, man. If a man gonna glorify himself in anything, let him glorify that he knows Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Don't glory in this wisdom, because you can easily lose it, man. If Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai wants you out of the way, you know you don't supposed to glory in what you know. You know you're supposed to glory in him, because he the one that woke you up. He the one that gave you this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man.
They said, let not a wise man glory in his wisdom, because a lot of people think they have their own wisdom. Don't glorify in that. If you glory in anything, glory that you know the Most High, man.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 30. Exalt not thyself, at least thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, discovered thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou comest not in the truth to the fear of the Lord. Key word, fear of the Lord. If you fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you won't let pride buck up in your la'ah. Matter of fact, you will be praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that he won't let pride creep up in your la'ah, man. Alright? It says, thou camest not in the truth to fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but thy heart is full of deceit, man. Alright? Because you have a lot of individuals that have this truth, and they pride pluck a fuck. Alright? Puff up, Shalaki. So that's why it's very important that we stay in meekness and fear, man. Like you go back into the scripture in 2 Peter, man. Alright? That we're supposed to be in fear and meekness of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. So the spirit that you want to be in is staying lowly, man.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 7. Got it? One of y'all got it? It says, so then, neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but Yahweh giveth, it's the Most High that giveth the increase. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. For we are laborers together with the Most High Yahweh. Ye are Yahweh's husbandry, ye are the Most High's building. According to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me, as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon.
So you have to be careful how you build upon this platform that was already set aforetime, man.
Oh, yeah, here you go. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahushua.
So that foundation that already been set, Yahweh already set it aforetime. And all we doing is building on this platform, man. You know what I'm saying? That was already established. You know, and that shows a view of being obedient, man.
Right.
You know, we stick to the script. We don't come up with our own breakdown, you know, and come up with out our own law. You know, we stick strictly to the script, man. But from what we was taught this day, you know, we don't go up our own understanding. And we know we don't have anything to glory in just because we plant a seed, man. You know?
And just because something might be brought out that you haven't heard before, doesn't mean you're not sticking to the script. Put that out there.
Alright, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 3. Through wisdom is a house builded, and by understanding it is established.
By through wisdom is the house built. What house is being built, man? That's the tabernacle of David, man, of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That righteous restitution, man. All right, why? Because wisdom is going out through the four corners of earth, rounding up the men of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, building that spiritual temple, man. All right, I got a quick precept. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 8. It says, Thou hast commanded me to build a temple unto thy holy mountain, an altar in the city wherein thou dwellest, a resemblance of thy holy tabernacle, which thou hast prepared from the beginning. So just like the brother was saying, that establishment that foundation has been set from the beginning, man, to build up this temple of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, with the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, verse 9, and it says, And wisdom was with thee which knoweth thy works, and was present when thou madest the world. So that wisdom and knowledge has been present since the beginning. All right? And it says, and knew what was acceptable in thy sight and right in thy commandments. Man. So wisdom was present from the beginning, man. So with that being said, wisdom was always there, and wisdom knew what was pleasing to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And that wisdom is given to the men that was chosen by the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to build this tabernacle, this restitution of him, man.
Right, and wisdom didn't exist by itself. Wisdom is literally the spirit of Yahweh. Man shall not live off bread alone, but every word, every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Father. So every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Father was the first spirit that was spoken to was Yahushua. See that?
I got one.
And that spirit was sent out unto us. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's Matthew 4 and 4. Huh?
No, you don't.
All right. It says, But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh.
Right, man. So that's what you want to ask for, wisdom. And wisdom was spoken to Yahushua first. That's why he came to the earth and said, I spoke everything that I heard of my Father. See that? So that's where wisdom comes from. Wisdom is the word of Yahweh. All right? Go ahead, bro.
It's Isaiah chapter 42, verse 1. Behold, my servant, who I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles.
There you go.
That basically is just going to the men who prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, okay? And come out here and do the will of the Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, in spirit and in truth, okay? Being confounded and being brought out of the world and resorting back to the Father, man, all right? Through fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Right. Who's the first spirit that was given to Yahushua? He was the first spirit sent unto the Gentiles.
Because ain't nothing new under the sun. We doing the same thing that the prophets was doing back in old days.
Right, man. I got to preach this. So the Father sent Yahushua down here to speak unto the ones that were lost, the lost sheep of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, considered Gentiles, calling themselves Americans. and the ones that follow in that same spirit, which is the hopefully elect.
I got a precept.
Yeah, then
All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 8. I'm going to start at verse 1. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply and go in and possess the land which the Lord swore unto your fathers. And I just brought this back to show you that there's nothing new under the sun. He told the prophets of old time the same thing. Just like Yahushua came prophesied. Man shouldn't eat on bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of Yahushua, it was the same thing. All right, verse 2. And thou shalt remember all the ways which the Lord thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know that was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or not. And that was the whole reason they wandered around the wilderness for 40 years, man. He had to test them, just like he's testing us in these times, in the fires of adversity. He did the same thing then. You know, he had to test them and see who will observe his commandments, who will be obedient. All right? This is verse 3. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know, Shalaki, that man doeth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord do man live. You know, and that was just a precept to back up. You know, say Matthew chapter 4, verse 4, man. He let you know, and it was the same thing aforetime. That's why the things written aforetime is written for our learning, man. It's the same thing that he was telling the prophets back then, the same thing he's telling the prophets today, man. Ain't nothing changed, nothing new under the sun, man. What will be then will be again. All right? So yeah, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the Bible, man. It's according to the Most High, the creator of the universe, man, Yahweh. You know, he let us know that the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are the only ones that could be them. You know what I'm saying? The people of him, the children of the Lord, according to prophets. You know, according to the scripture. Not according to what man called us and what people think. All right? That's it.
All right. I got a precept. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 11. These things command and teach, because the scripture also says, teach unto faithful men. All right, that's going to keep and hold on to the true doctrine. All right, that already been established. Okay. It says, let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers. All right, so we're supposed to be walking the same example as Yahushua, who our people even call Jesus Christ, that he have love for us to follow. All right, and one.
Basically, and separating ourselves, meaning to be holy, like the disciples. Right? The spirit of a prophet is subject unto a prophet in these days.
It says, in word and in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, and in purity. Alright? And that go back into that word virtue. Alright, another synonym of the word virtue, which means purity, and also honor and righteousness. Alright? It says, until I come, give attendance to reading. Because what the scripture says, blessed is he that readeth, and those that hear the words of these prophecies. It says to the exaltation to the doctrine. It says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy. All right, because the spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy.
Right. So that spirit, the spirit that came from Yahweh through Yahushua, given out to his prophets, spoken through his prophets, on to the hopeful elect. That's how it works, man.
Real quick, I'm
Presbytery.
Alright, you want me to read one more time? It says, verse 14 says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery. Cut me off anytime.
No, go ahead.
It says, meditate upon these things and give thyself wholly to them, that thou profiting by appearing to all. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them. So we're supposed to continue in the doctrine, in the faith. And what's the part of the doctrine? All right, the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, which is others that speak otherwise, but they are false prophets. All right, the Star Wars all the way down. All right, we teach here at Great Millstone that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, man. That's part of the doctrine, and that's part of the doctrine that we're supposed to be continuing.
Right. And the presbytery basically mean like the elders, you know, or the anointed, you know, of the camp, the head of the camp. Today, you know, each brother is going to become an elder. Is going to become a presbytery. You know, start from Apostle Tahar on down, from Abba Bivens to King Mashad on down. You know, and each brother that you speak to, you're putting that spirit on them, man. If they believe, through believing they're baptized, through believing they receive the Spirit. And we haven't gotten to the point of laying hands yet, like Paul would do, but it's coming.
That's why it's better to be in the spirit and have the spirit of honor, to have integrity, to have moral uprightness, to be humble. Because when somebody sees those things within you that are very, very rare in today's society, that's going to help them to believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You have to be a lighthouse in this wicked fog, wicked fog out here on this crazy ocean. You get that? You got another precept up?
I'm just going to finish the rest of it.
All right.
It says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
You're going to save yourself and you're going to save the person that hears you.
So that's why, you know, when a person asks according to the hope that's dwelling within us, all right, we're supposed to be in the spirit of meekness and spirit and give an honest answer according to the doctrine, man. All right, we should be very honest, man. All right, very apt to teach, man.
And if you don't know, if you don't know, do not be afraid to say I don't know, because that will be the honest thing to do. Allow them to see you as who you are. Don't just try to make up something and then you just stab that brother. You just help kill him a little bit.
Right. To paraphrase what scripture say, thou not have the answer, put thy hand over thy mouth. Paraphrase that. All right. So if you don't know, don't speak.
Let me read this.
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. It says, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better is it to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Better is it to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud.
It'd be better to remain in a humble and lowly spirit rather than to divide the spoil with the proud. Because you don't want to be out here living a vain, dishonorable life. It's death to want to further yourself with knowledge and wisdom of this world. All right, yeah, you can work out, have a job, do all that stuff, but to truly base your life around something like that you're just killing yourself, physically and spiritually.
Quick precept. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 37. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. So being the true men of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he's not going to give them more than they can chew, man. All right? And if he do give you more than you can chew and you spit it back up, man, the Lord ain't dealing with you, man.
Right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 57. But thanks be to Yahweh, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahushua, right? Those that believe in Yahushua, you have overcome, you have the victory already. Right? Because he said what? The kingdom is already prepared. that's the hardest part, and the temptation that's coming, which is the Armaditya. But if you believe in Yahweh Shai, you have already overcome all of that. Alright? 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. You speak on it now. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast and unmovable.
I was like, keep going.
Always abounding in the work of Yahweh Shai.
You want to be steadfast and unmovable in this truth.
That's your point.
All right, because that's all it is in life. The meaning of life is to live for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's all you got to do. You do that, you Gucci. You good. That's all you got to do. You can do everything else is just recreational. That's just just to make sure your flesh don't go off. That's all it is.
Right, and the scripture goes along with integrity. Virtue. And keeping yourself chaste or restrained. Throughout this life. Don't let nothing sway you to the left or to the right. Be in the world to change the world, not to be changed by the world. Alright?
Just to go off of how the brother said, man, to be unmovable, steadfast in the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. How you be unmovable? By building that foundation, establishing that foundation on the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's how you be unmovable, man. Alright, this is Sirach chapter 27, verse 3. It says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, his house shall soon be overthrown. Come on, man, so if you're not stable and unmovable and have that solid foundation in the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, your house will be overthrown, man. You will be moved, alright? So that's why you got to have that solid foundation of the Lord.
Right, man. And when they say knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time. When you put something on the table, when you put a lamp on the table, and that shit ain't stable, it's going to fall. Now, what does Scripture say about a man that builds his house on sand versus a stone? And you build your house on the moral, spiritual value and the truth about Yahushua and the prophecies of Yahushua. Alright? Because you can't just have the truth, you can't just have the prophecies, you also have to have his integrity and honor as well. Being a brotherly person, not beating on your woman at home, but then coming out here acting like you're just teaching. There's a lot of you niggas out there doing that shit. You can tell by the way you teach. You're probably home beating your goddamn woman. Shitting on her. The scripture say don't be a lion in your own household. You damn sure don't let no woman raise up over you. You take her down with your words, or you separate from her. But you keep your virtue and your integrity in this society. Alright? At your job, a lot of you don't have to cut your beard, but as soon as you get the job, you done cut your shit. And haven't even approached the manager yet with their own laws.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 13, verse 9. And my hand shall be upon the prophets that see vanity, and that divine lies, they shall not be in the assembly of my people. Neither shall they be written in the writing of the house of Israel, neither shall they enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Right. Go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna read one more verse. Right. Because they have seduced my people, saying peace, even though they give the people the doctrine, letting the people know who they are, alright? And there was no peace. And one built up a wall, and lo, others dabbed it with untempered mortar. And that goes with what one of the apostles went into, the untempered mortar, okay? That doctrine, they're feeding their flock the doctrine that's not sticking to the people, all right? That's why the congregation is always asking questions, okay? And then they condemn their congregation with scorning